Another significant element of the revolution for me is that it is indigenous and organic. It didn't happen because of external and particularly Western influence or support, but in spite of it. One thing I observe is that over the years, since I started making sense of the world I live in, that there's a strong feeling in the Arabic street that Arab regimes, oppressive and repressive Arab regimes, are there maintained by Western support. You cannot argue about that if you go to the heart of any major Arab city in the Arab world. That the West, because of the West, that the repressive regimes continued to do what they're doing. And funnily enough, it was the West this time who was used by the crumbling regimes to accuse young people of being sponsored by. It was an easy thing for them to say these young people are sponsored by Western powers or Western influence. But they didn't last anyway in Egypt and in Tunisia. So you cannot compare the people's revolution with one that is brought by American and Western powers. A revolutionary coming on the back of an Arab camel, as I call it, is much more powerful and will certainly produce better results than one coming on the back of a US tank. And just simply look at how many people have been killed in Iraq since the war. How many lives we in this country had to pay for that war. How many Americans' lives have been lost. How many billions of pounds have been lost. For what? My wife asked me if that didn't happen, what would happen to Iraq now? If Saddam was still today here. It probably was just a question of time anyway. We don't know. There's no need to go into what if. But at least we're clear that Western intervention, militarily one, isn't the way. And if you ask me why the revolution, or the revolt if you like, will not actually reproduce repressive regimes, it's simple. It's because the lion has learned that it is stronger and more powerful than the tamer. The lion being the people and the tamer being the regime. And now the people know that they're stronger than any regime. And that's why I feel, and there's no doubt in my mind, that there's no going back or reproducing oppressive regimes in the Middle East.